all pimped out in my new owl attire. And what? But that's not what this video is about. Okay, this is an awkward shot. No, this video is not about owls, unfortunately. It's about something very, very bad, and that is the Death Note live action movie. Now, I'm going to do a review, and I'm going to try and get a point across at how peeved off I am with the quality of this film, or lack of quality, should I put. So anyway, those of you who are thinking of watching the Death Note movie, it's been out for a long while now, but just getting around to doing a review. You know something about the franchise. You've either read some of the manga, all of the manga, watched some of the anime, all of the anime, and you're thinking, right, there's a film. Oh boy, because I know I was like that the first time I watched it, and I didn't actually finish the manga series when I first watched the movie, and I didn't watch any of the anime, so in my little naive mind I loved it. I thought it was really good. I thought the CGI of Ryuk was awesome. Watching it again now after I finished both the manga series and the anime series, I have complete different views. It is utter garbage. It's a complete different storyline, guys. Like, it's completely different. I'm going to be as spoiler free as I can be. Sorry, there may be some spoilers, but it's a shit film, don't see it anyway. Watching a legally acquired document that contained Death Note the other day, and I just made a mental note to take in some point about if this actually follows anything to do with Death Note and if it is a good film or not. The answer to that in a short response is no. The storyline, as I said, is completely different. There's a new character that just is thrown in there. I didn't know who she was at first. Doesn't help that it's subbed, so I couldn't even, gather who she was from the way people talk to each other, in a way. I feel like it needs to be dubbed for me to understand emotion. And it was just utter crap. So, storyline, as I said, completely different. L and Light don't meet in the way that they do in the manga. It's a complete letdown, because that's pretty much how the whole story kind of bases together, how they are involved with each other. It's from that key point of when they meet. But they completely disregard that for this film. I don't even know what the purpose was in that. I don't know. It didn't even cut down time or anything. I just don't understand why they couldn't have followed the storyline of the manga. Like, if you're trying to make a film about a manga, follow it. The new character, like I mentioned, can't remember her name now, and I probably won't insert here because I'm lazy when it comes to editing, but she is Light's girlfriend. I know, he didn't even really have a girlfriend. I mean, he dated girls and stuff in the manga, anime, but he never had a solid girlfriend. Now, okay, after some research, I see what they're trying to do. She's there to kind of emphasise the fact that what Light is doing is wrong. She's supposed to be like the reasoning, and just to amplify the fact that he's doing something for the greater good, but he's not going about it in the right way. And to be honest, I don't think that this new invented character needs to be in the film. She doesn't need to be in the story, because it was pretty clear from the manga, first off, that what he's doing is wrong. You don't need a personified character to portray that. She just added confusion to the whole of this messed up storyline, and it was just like, I honestly, after the film finished, well, actually during the film, I paused it and I had to Google, who is she? Who is this woman? Because I just wasn't understanding. I just don't understand why it was like that. The acting, I think, was pretty poor. L's actor wasn't too bad. He wasn't that bad. He portrayed L quite well, I think. Light's actor was a bit meh. He was a bit shitty. I didn't really enjoy his skills. Task Force, I didn't know, well, I didn't recognise who each of the character would be. I thought it'd be a bit more obvious who they would be. I don't know if that's me and my poor skills working out who's who, but it wasn't obvious firsthand who was. I was just utterly confused. I had to pay a lot of attention, and I really don't understand how I could have enjoyed it the first time I watched it. Watching it back now, it's dreadful. It might have been the worst decision of my life. And guys, hold on, put your seatbelts on. There's 2 other live action films, I'm pretty sure, 1 or 2 other. And you know what? I'm gonna watch them just purely for reviewing purposes. I'm not holding up for any hope. So yeah, they didn't just leave it there. They had to carry on, the production team, that's who I'm referring to whenever I say they had to carry on and make more. Oh god, guys, you've got to figure out when to stop, please. Okay, now they, like I said, they are older films. I don't think they're relatively new, but come on, enough's enough. You've already killed the franchise with your stupid live action shit that doesn't even need to be relevant at all. It just doesn't need to be there. It just doesn't need to exist. Ryuk, I feel like, as a character in the original manga series, he was a bit of a goofball, but he was there for a purpose, and I think you could feel that, you know, he is a god and he radiates that kind of power. But in the film, and to some extent in the anime as well, he's just turned into like comedic relief. He's just like a really, really goofy character that you can't take seriously, and I don't think that should be the way a Shinigami should be portrayed. Like, in the manga, he was more, I don't know, I feel like his character was more respectable, but yeah, like in both the anime, but mainly in the film, he was just like thrown aside as just this comic relief guy, witty. He came out with all the one-liners and all that, and it was kind of funny, but in a cheesy way. It just didn't work for me. For me, when I think of Death Note, I think of a suspense/realism fantasy series, and this film, it just doesn't do the franchise justice. It just doesn't. It just puts everything down the drain, and I feel this strongly about it because Death Note was the first real kind of manga I got into. I think that's for a lot of people, because I was never into Sailor Moon. I never watched it or anything like that, so for me the first thing I picked up was Death Note, and because of that I feel like it's always got like a soft spot, a little safe place in my heart, and that's why I feel so strongly about the crappiness that they've just like loaded onto the fans, all the shit they've just like piled on top of the fans. So yeah, I take that personally, guys, and I'm sorry if I sound like such a weebo or whatever it's called, weebo, I don't even know. But yeah, as you can tell, this review is a rant pretty much. I did not enjoy the film. I don't even think I'd give it a 1 star. The storyline was crap, the acting was not that great, CGI, okay, for the time it was put out, I feel like I should say 2006, I don't know when it was actually put out, but for some reason that date is in my mind. For the time it was put out, Ryuk CGI it looks alright. It's not too offensive like to the eyes, it's just not the best. Did I say the acting's not that great? I think I said the acting's not that great. It's just the whole thing, the storyline, it's just everything. I'm repeating myself now, but I'm just so wound up and I needed to vent my frustration. This film could have been so good, and if they ever decide to do a remake of them, of this specific one, because I haven't seen the other 2 yet, I hope they choose like good directing company. Oh, that guy, his name's completely gone out of my mind, but the one that did Pacific Rim, that guy, he should do the directing for Death Note. And I feel like such an idiot because he's awesome and I just cannot remember his name. But yeah, that's all for this ranting review. I shall bid you a good day. My phone's vibrating, that's awkward. Yeah, so see ya, bye.